It's about to go live, then we'll start.
All right.
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Right now, we're live on YouTube. Check me out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon. 1-2-1-2 place to be with Jaykin. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well.
Tell me something good today, man. Tell me something good. Tell me some good news.
Some good news. Shit. Album's about to come out. Got some new work. Just man, I'm feeling good overall, like where everything's going. Even though the world's upside down right now. I'm up in Canada right now. Things are just kind of, people are really skeptic, but at the same time, things are well, man. Can't
Is it
complain.
snowing over there?
It's snowing, not on the West Coast.
I just always think it's snow out there. That's all I think.
It's weird because, like, I swear we're like the only spot that doesn't get a lot of snow. But as soon as you get like 3 hours outside of where I'm at, anywhere in Canada, it's just white.
So
White.
Y'all got cops or y'all got Mounties?
You got some areas got Mounties, but most of the time it's like, yeah, we got our own like local city cops. But majority is Mounties.
Okay. So how did you get involved with music?
Man, like really, like at the time when I was in high school, a lot of people weren't really, writing any music or recording because we just didn't have a lot of access, just for the city I'm from, which is Vancouver. But I met some people out in high school at the time that were writing, like these guys had like notes, just a whole thing of lyrics. So that really inspired me. So I was probably like 16, 17 at the time. And my first show was, like right after high school, man. And just really inspired at the time by just like being around people like that.
So who are you? Who is Jaykin? How would you describe yourself?
I'm definitely somebody that likes to stick to his own lane. I'm definitely going to do things different. I really kind of like to be more of a trend setter. I'm going to do things very different as much as I can without it, being too far from, the norm, you know what I mean? But I just like to stick to what I do, So, heavily influenced with Japanese culture. That's a lot of things that people will notice in my music. I lived out in Japan for a bit. Being in Canada, it's a different environment. So I think that kind of just shapes my music at the same time. But, traveling abroad, especially in Tokyo, there's a huge appreciation for music, especially hip hop. So I just like to stick to my own lane. That's definitely how I always came.
Yeah. So how did you end up going to? You said Japan and Korea.
Yeah, I was in Korea as well. I was in Japan most of the time. Man, I was just always interested with the culture, man. And it didn't really start with music. It started a lot of like with the video games that I was playing growing up. That just kind of caught my attention, and so I got the opportunity to fly out there and like, do some teaching on the side. This was probably about 10 years ago, and but I always wanted to go. I just kind of needed a good reason, and like, so I ended up staying over a year out there, and I went back for a tour, probably 2 years after I moved back here. But it was wild though, man. Japan really surprised me because I randomly met DJ Clark Kent, in Harajuku. You got like a dude that's over 6 feet, just kind of mobbing through a whole crowd of Japanese folks. So, Japan was really, really inspirational, man.
So how would you describe your music?
I describe my music as definitely 80s influence. I try not to use too many samples these days, but I'm just in love with the whole, like, that's what I grew up on, was like, Gap Band, Parliament, through my father mostly. My mom, she would be playing a lot of like Atlantic Star and like Lionel Richie, and so it's really got that laid back kind of night music with the 80s sample to it.
So what you talking about your new project? What's the name of it?
Project's called End of the Summer, Volume 1, and it's produced by a producer out of LA named K Fisher. And he's coming up strong. He's really doing some good collabs out there. He works with Larry June, on a few of his projects. So it's really got that slow kind of tempo sound. And what I did, I had a few samples that I wanted to like, work with. I'm not a producer myself, so we met on Instagram probably about a year ago, and I just sent him a whole bunch of samples, and we just started creating after that.
Just describe your creative process.
Man, definitely. I like to have the production first. As I said, like, I always got an ear out for music, so I listen to a lot of older music. So if I hear something that catches my attention, I'll be like, hey, maybe I could turn this into something. So it really just starts on the production side for me, and then after that, it'll be with writing.
So what's your goals for your like top 3 goals right now for your career?
Top 3 goals, definitely to step up, my marketing side. I've been really getting a lot of game from people like Jordan and over at Thick Online. Just really stepping up the business side and having that mindset for like, just how I'm presenting my music, how I'm packaging it. So marketing would be 1. 2, just trying to step on my lyrics, man. Just like, I love how it's getting competitive these days, with just bars coming back. It's always been there, but, on the forefront, I mean, now it's probably a bit more out there now than it has been in the last 10 years. So
how you step up? What are some ways MCs can step up their bars?
Just constantly writing. That's something that I'm trying to, the consistency part of like people just putting out music all the time. I'm just trying to stay writing all the time, like just stay recording. I try to record at home these days, seeing that a lot of studios are shut down where I'm at, where I usually go to. So
you got something behind you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for a while it was catching a lot of dust, man. To be honest, like I wasn't recording at home, but these days, I just try to like just always be recording, man, or writing at least.
And what are your interests outside of music?
Definitely, I could talk about the whole Japan thing. I'm a gamer at heart, man. I love my retro games like PlayStation 2.
Hey, I got a 2, a 4, a 3, and I got a Xbox 360.
There you go. Yeah.
Nintendo 2, like the little ones that you get from Wish. So I don't know if
you
yeah.
I got a chance to pick up those little mini Nintendos. I also picked up that shit, I got it right here. I might as well show one of those, like, it's like small little PlayStations. But yeah, things like
I got the 3 because I was actually about to play it right after I get done, man. I'll be playing Fight Night because they didn't come out with any more boxing games.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
but they still playing Fight Night Champion online. So I'll be playing online, get my ass whooped. And I got NCAA on there too still. College football, so I'll be playing that. But then I play mostly sports games. I can't play none of the other games.
No, I got you. Yeah,
I'm up. My Twitter page up, man, but I ain't getting no love on my Twitter page, man.
Damn.
Not Twitter, Twitch, the Twitch page.
Yeah, the Twitch. Yeah, I try to. I'm thinking of that's another goal. I'd like to start up a Twitch page, and like I'm really into fighting games like Tekken and Street Fighter. Sports definitely like 2K. I play a little FIFA. People get a little too crazy on the FIFA, like the soccer world.
With the fighting games, or you just be pressing buttons? Some people just be pressing buttons.
Man, I tell you, like strictly button mashing and like, but
I would say that you just talk about FIFA. I know they was getting sued over. I'm trying to figure out what they was doing, but they said something like scripting. You heard what they said they was doing? And they was getting sued. Yeah, they're doing something about. I guess they was making it where pretty much you wasn't even gonna pass that next whatever that my player is. 'Cause I don't play FIFA, but like you wasn't gonna pass that level unless you bought the my player packs. So they had it like that.
Yeah, okay.
That's illegal. Yeah, I guess that's illegal. So yeah, they getting sued by some cats.
I tell you, man, that EA company, they really set off that cryptocurrency. You know, when you got to upgrade and you got to buy this package. Like, I feel like EA was the company that really took advantage of that whole like part of the market, just getting people to buy and like. So
yeah, cause I don't shit. Why you gonna sit there like, especially like if you gonna like that, like save you a lot of time if you just buy the little package and upgrade your player like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I got the Oculus too. You played the Oculus yet?
No, I haven't played that yet.
Yeah, it's like the VR shit. You be thinking that shit fun, but you gonna do that shit for like 30 minutes. You gotta put that shit down. You be tired.
Damn.
And then I heard you working with Jay Worthy too.
Yeah, me and Jay Worthy, we got a few songs together on the last album and the album before that. The last single we worked on was Monte Carlo, and there's a video for that. That's how I connected with the producer with this album. But yeah, Jay Worthy, definitely good peoples, man.
So shit, what advice would you give to new artists?
New artists these days, like consistency is like is definitely a key. And at the same time, I think personally is to not get too caught up in being consistent by keep on, putting out music. Definitely focus on the quality side as well, because I think we still need to keep that in the culture. So, definitely maintain both sides of it.
What do you think? What's a good business to start right now?
Good business. Man, I was just talking about this the other day. Definitely people are getting on top of, the podcast thing has kind of been interested for me with like, with video games. I find that's like really on a come up. So it could be either, a podcast like, or getting into the gaming market right now. I feel that's really coming up strong, with PS5 having a big release and the Xbox as well. I feel like people could really take advantage of this time where people's are at home most of the time. So I feel like gaming is just becoming bigger.
Like with that, when you saying that's let me know too. That's like you can probably like find the like gaming stocks and buy some gaming stocks.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I think Nintendo I got Sony, but I think Nintendo has stock as well.
I was looking into
I got
Sony, but I missed out on that one, man.
Yeah, I got it, man. I was thinking because I think I got it around July or August, because I was like, the new PlayStation 5 coming out. So I was like, bet. So I bought it in. So I made like $200 off of it, but I probably won't even sell it because I was thinking about I was gonna take the money out and buy the 5, but I was like, I don't need the 5 right now. I just, like I said, because the games I want, like if I buy the 5, the games I want are not on the 5. So why would I buy the 5 right now?
There's no games on it.
Yeah.
There's no games on it right now.
Then I learned this time because I'm like, okay, the mistake I make is usually if I get the 5, I turn in the 4 and trade in the game. I'm like, fuck that. I'm keeping my 4 and I'm keeping the game.
I respect that. Yeah, I'm definitely holding on to my 4 because, I still have all my games on it. And apparently, like, to switch over your games, that could take hours, the amount of games I got on there.
You got the games on your system?
Yeah, I ran out of space. I had to get the little extra hard drive, you plug in. But yeah, they're all on there, so I still play it. I
Then
don't really plan on.
because I was saying like the NCAA game, that game like it's got like $100 now. And then I think even the I don't know if you remember the Def Jam fight for New York.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's like that game is like $150. So I noticed like a lot of these games are coming collectible. So what I do is if I see a game I really like on eBay for cheap, I just get it. Even if I don't play it, I just get it because I was like, man, I might try to sell it later or just have it.
Yeah,
Shit, fuck that.
yeah, yeah. That's the thing with those physical copies. I try to hold on to like real gems. Like I still have a lot of PS2 games. I wish I kept my PS3. I think I traded it in, but I'm probably gonna end up buying that back, man.
Shit, yeah, I got me one. Like I said, I like it's still like I said, the fight night actually still looks good on there, and the NCAA looks good on there.
See, that's the thing, because like they don't make those games anymore. I guess with the business side of it has really stopped them from making. Even like Marvel, I hear they're having a hard time making new games just because Disney
Oh
took
yeah.
over, right? So with the fighting game, I don't know if you remember Marvel versus Capcom.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so that one they just put out a recent one, and it kind of flopped because they couldn't put in all the characters that they usually have, just because Disney, bought them out. So
Yeah, I think I played that game. And I was like, who? They ain't have nobody on there. I think the only person they had on there was like Batman.
yeah,
What else they had on there? Well, nobody like all was like Aquaman, like all the other people you never heard of. Like, who is that? Who is this?
oh yeah, they had the Justice League. That was another one.
Yeah, like who
That
is
one that one was cool. It was all right. I think I
this?
bought it on sale.
Then what would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
Man, definitely. I appreciate all the support and all the new supporters. In America and Canada. Definitely expect more music in the near future, and just like me, just kind of doing more collabs with different areas that I don't usually collab with. So it could be artists from Korea. Because everything's gonna be different each release.
Mm.
Just to kind of keep people, on the edge. So that's definitely my plan.
And anybody just not hearing about you, why should they go follow you?
Because definitely, I stick to my own lane, man, and I really go out of my way to do something different. Just to kind of I put myself in the listener's seat. Where if I was just check out this guy Jaykin, what's going to be so different or interesting. So I really try to keep that in mind every time I make something. So there's a lot of effort, not just into the lyrics, but into the presentation and how I'm trying to pull in new listeners.
Is that a Yankees hat?
This is a brand since 1982. It's a brand from New York. Yeah, they usually brand the NY, but no, definitely not a Yankees fan.
Oh, what you like, Toronto or is your team?
I wouldn't say
Blue
Toronto,
Jays?
man. Like I've always like been into the Braves. I got family in Atlanta.
That was my team.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah, man.
I used to like Montreal Expos too, though.
Man, I still got a beanie from that team that I'm not letting go. That's it was really tough to see them go.
Yeah, they was
But
about to win that one year where they had that strike.
man, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
I think that
Yeah,
was like 92, 93, something like that. They was about to win, then they had that strike. Or 94, it might be 94, but they had that strike that year. But I had like Matt Williams, Randy Johnson, Pedro Martinez, I think, was on there too.
yeah. Montreal had that one, but now it's only Toronto for Canada. That's it. So a lot of people hop on the Blue Jays. You'll see a lot of Blue Jay hats up in Canada everywhere because they just kind of hold it down for the whole country. But
You be watching hockey?
I don't watch the hockey.
People don't be watching hockey out there?
People definitely watch hockey up here.
Oh, why you don't watch it?
Growing up as a kid, maybe it was a bit more like, with the Canucks definitely had a lineup, and I was into like collecting like trading cards. So I would be getting like the NBA cards, and I'd be getting the NHL cards. When Gretzky was doing his thing, because when you're up here, it's hard to not notice hockey because there's just a lot of famous players that came from this country. So, but me and my brother, my older brother, we were always playing basketball, and a little bit of baseball. So, we kind of focused on the Bulls at the time.
Yeah, it was a documentary I was watching. It was actually talking about how Black people invented hockey.
Man, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, what's that?
I wouldn't doubt it, man.
Yeah, man. So I thank you for coming through Politickin with me.
Hey, man, appreciate it. Definitely
You
appreciate it.
Shit, you got any shout outs?
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Kay Fisher for working on this project. That's gonna be out, this coming week on the 18th. My older brother Jason, my little brother Jordan. I'm not gonna run through the whole family, but my sister Jasmine, everybody that's been supporting to this day. Much love. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me as well.
No doubt. What's your social media?
It's Instagram is JAY_KIN, and that goes for Twitter as well. JAY